Well, the man, the myth, the legend himself.
Hey.
How you doing, man? Again,
Good.
I want to say big thanks to that fucking beat you made for me. That was I really like it. I also got into the habit of I updated my YouTube credit section to have like a link to your not your TikTok, but the link thing in your profile.
Word. I appreciate that, man.
What do you like? Listen. I know I paid money, but that doesn't mean I can't give good credit if I receive good service.
That's the goal of good service.
Dude, believe me, I understand. I used to be a fucking web developer back in the day, back when back just at the sunset years of freelance web developers still being a thing. I mean, the only point of web development at this point is tricking boomers that own businesses. That's really just it at this point, unfortunately. But jokes aside, how's your week, man?
Week has been pretty crazy as of late. Work's been up and down, but as far as the creating part of things, I got on top of your commission, I've got some other commissions that came in this week.
Good.
One I'm still working on. It's a bit of a challenge, but I'm gonna make it work. I'm gonna make it work.
Good. I'm glad to hear it. So I remember you were talking about green, I saw your Green Mile video I think it was yesterday, and I commented I hadn't seen the movie. I was surprised I didn't see a response video laying into me for not seeing it.
So with the Green Mile, it's one of those movies that you either love or you hate.
I got to the sponges and wet scene. I was like, all right, I'm 7. I don't need to see this.
I didn't understand it until they did not wet the sponge, and
yeah.
But I will say this. The Green Mile is a great movie.
Mm-hmm.
It's just that there's a lot of things that are a bit triggering about it and a bit problematic.
I mean, it's Stephen King. It was one of Stephen King's works from when he was high as hell. So it kind of tracks.
Yeah. And I also will just say it is coming from a time period where things were happening as far as racism was happening. So I completely understand it.
Oh yeah, no, 1,000%.
But yeah, but as far as that movie goes, the acting was great, the story was great, the drama, the trauma. It's
funny. I'm not a capital G gamer in the sense of all of the cringe right-wing libertarian shit, but I am a gamer in the sense of I like video games basically more than any other entertainment media.
Yeah, understandable.
And I don't know if you've seen it, but I sometimes do an on-off series where I take a filter of the top 100 movies on IMDb and say, have I seen it yet? And will you be triggered if the answer is no? And most of them, the answer is no. I've read a lot of Wikipedia pages, but it's just am I really going to sit down and watch 2.5 hours of Apocalypse Now? No. No, I'm not.
I've never seen that movie.
Neither have I. You could probably rattle off 10 movies, and I've probably only seen one of them.
Okay, let's try that out now. Let's
give it a shot. Yeah.
Okay. Shawshank Redemption.
No.
Okay. Godfather.
The first 10 minutes, and then I got bored because I was 12 and I didn't take my medicine right.
Understandable.
Bro, I need to be on depression meds right now, but I'm not taking them because I know that I have zero faith in myself to take my meds on a consistent basis.
Coming from somebody who takes depression meds, like, I completely get it. I definitely
because my girlfriend, like, I saw her not take them one day, and it was like a night and day difference, and I'm like, I don't need that type of like roller coaster. In my life
days, like, I know, like, if I'm not consistent with them, I feel like there's a definite change in my mood. But let's just say I don't take them for like 2-3 days. Like, I just was so busy, so caught up, I forget.
Yeah.
Oof.
Yeah, it's bad.
Fast.
It's bad. You gotta swap from core water back to Monster just to feel something.
Bruh.
I've been telling you, man, I've been a fan for a long time. I've been watching you a hell of a long time. I've seen a lot.
I thank you for that. I definitely thank you for that. You.
But no, haven't seen what's it?
That was Godfather.
Yeah, I haven't seen Godfather.
The Land Before Time.
Yes, that was one. No, that was.
Okay. Dr. Dolittle.
I saw the one where I saw like the crap make Disney Channel version where it's his daughter with Keke Palmer playing the lead, which wasn't bad. But was it Keke Palmer? I don't think it was Keke Palmer. Who was it?
It was no, it was Kyla Pratt.
That's who it was.
And what it's so funny, like, Dr. Dolittle is one of those movies just like,
oh wait, no, I did see Dr. Dolittle. That's the one with the tiger with anxiety, right? Yeah, I did see that. Yo, you want to hear?
And there was
go ahead. I'm sorry.
There were so many people in that movie. So it was, of course, Eddie Murphy. Raven Simone was in it.
God, Raven Simone, man. Ugh.
Yeah.
You want to hear something wild?
I'm here for it.
You want to know the last movie? I only really watch movies that like my friends put in front of me and say we're watching this, and I don't really have a choice in the matter.
Yeah.
And like I think I watched a studio. I forget I think it was a Studio Ghibli movie. The last thing. No, it was the Mugen Train movie was the last one, and the last one before that was like my best friend Mariah. She's like my big sister at this point. Mm-hmm. Like this was back when we both had free time on the weekends, and so she was hiding out from like a crazy ex-girlfriend of hers who was like who was like down. I love this woman to death. I love her to death. Mm-hmm. But during her hoe phase, oh my gosh, she treated every woman dirty as hell. But that's beside the point. Like we did like a movie marathon where like we watched CB4 and Paid in Full back to back.
What?
They were good. They were good ass movies. Like Chris Rock was fucking hilarious in Cell Block 4.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and I think before that, my one friend forced me to watch. I think he forced me to watch Ant-Man or something. I just wasn't interested in the Ant-Man movie at all.
Yeah, Ant-Man. I definitely missed the appeal of Ant-Man. Considering that it's not the traditional Ant-Man like from the comics, because he's an asshole, and Paul Rudd is incapable of being an asshole in any kind of movie.
His daughter went as the Wasp for Halloween, and he dressed up not as Ant-Man, as the person who was paid to be Ant-Man. Guess what he went as? Weird Al Yankovic.
Yes, I remember that.
Oh man, I love Weird Al Yankovic, man. Like he's like that is like the example of like what happens if you like what kind of career you can have if you're unproblematic, stay in your lane, and keep your mouth shut.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Not to mention.
Sorry, continue. I apologize. I have a propensity to actively listen. My girlfriend wants to strangle me for it, and I'm terrible. I know.
All right, I'm trying to think of a six. All right, so we already got the
I do
one.
podcasts on the regular, man. If you want me to lead, I'm more than happy to.
Yeah. Okay. All right. I got 5 movies.
Yeah. Wait.
Like The Lion King.
Yeah, obviously, golden oldie.
Yes. All right. Godzilla.
Which
the
2000s?
The 2000s Godzilla.
Because I remember, because the Godzilla I saw on night television when my drunk ass father was passed the fuck out, and I was a 6-year-old being.
Mm-hmm.
I remember watching a Godzilla with like pretty cool CGI. At least if I saw it today, I'd probably think it's crap. But like I thought it was cool and it was realistic. And at the end, the finale is them like trying to kill a bunch of like baby Godzillas in a train station or whatever.
That was the one.
Yeah, I saw that one.
So it is more than one. So far you 3 for 7.
3 for 7. That's not terrible.
Okay. Let's go with a good one. Wedding Crashers.
Nope.
Ron Burgundy, Anchorman.
I actually forced myself to watch that like 5 years ago. It was okay. I think the humor was like a little, I don't know. Like I probably would have found. I'm 24 now. I was like 19, 20 when I watched it. And even then, like misogynistic humor kind of wasn't like my bag back then either. Really.
Oh, yeah, I understand.
Yeah, it's just, I don't know. It feels bad, man. You know, it's like, I feel like you can make fun of somebody without, you know, like I can make fun of you for having, I feel better. I would rather like make fun of you for, having buck teeth or wide eyes or whatever, rather than like race, gender, sexuality, things of that nature.
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like if I want to insult you, it's going to be on a personal level that wouldn't really affect someone else like directly.
Yeah.
But
and I feel like that's how, I think that's where the best comedies, the best comedians can come to, without being absolute assholes. Like a person that's really good at that, in my eyes, and I'm going about it like, I don't know if you've ever heard of 85 South.
No. Enlighten me.
Okay. It's a comedy trio. All right. Let me step back.
85 South. Let me Google it real quick.
Yeah. It is a comedy trio.
DC Youngfly. I love him. He's fucking funny as hell.
DC Youngfly and all of 85 South, they are really good at that.
They were on the Breakfast Club. I know who these guys are. Yeah, I've seen them.
Yep.
I haven't seen any of their actual stuff. I've seen like clips on like, I don't know, Harvey Show back when that was a thing, Breakfast Club, things like that.
Yeah.
Seen DJ Vlad's interviews with DJ Youngfly. It's funny as hell, man.
Yeah. So they have a comedy show that they take all across the globe, and the whole band and everything. And at times they just go out into the crowd and just start making fun of people and how they look, and it's just the funniest shit ever. And they're on Wild 'N Out. Nick Cannon show Wild 'N Out, and they are absolutely the best thing about the show.
Dude, I've seen, I don't watch a whole bunch of Wild 'N Out, but like when I do watch like clips and stuff, it's like if I don't see like DC and like a couple other guys in like this whatever that white chick name, her name is like, if I don't see any of them on either of the teams, I know I just keep it moving because I know it's not gonna be funny.
Yeah. Because honestly, they're the best. They're the best thing about the show. And if there was ever a time, there was a time that Carlos Miller, he was fired from the show, and literally everybody else was just tripping about it until they started like, no, we can't do the show without Carlos Miller, and they pretty much petitioned to get him back on the show, and they got him back.
I was watching an interview at the aftermath when he got his job back or something.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, solidarity. Doesn't matter what industry, solidarity matters.
Exactly. And even when that one brief period where Wild 'N Out was off the show, they were talking about getting DC Youngfly to host it in place of Nick Cannon, after Nick Cannon said something.
He went off there. He said something anti-Semitic. He like.
Yep.
I feel Nick I feel sorry for Nick Cannon because it's like I feel like the dude's just lost.
I feel like he's been that way his entire career.
Yeah.
Like, from the All That days. Because if you really think about it, he was pretty much put in place when Kel left.
Yeah. At the same time, though, it's hard for me because it's like I have a really hard time. You know, it's like, how the hell are you more successful than like this other person when you got like multiple kids from multiple different people? Like, no hate personally, but like I feel like broadly speaking, it's like Elon Musk.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I have a hard time thinking someone with like 10 kids with multiple different parents and like, sure, you can take care of them and stuff, but I'm just like, I don't have a problem with that being a thing, but I just wonder like how we are able to be in like a meaningful presence in the life of that many kids at that point. And I think it says, I don't mean to be a Puritan because God knows I'm not, but I say God like I believe in him, Jesus.
I'm at a point where it's like, I'm at a point where it's just like, whatever he does with whoever he gets consent with,
that's his business. That's his business. As long as those kids are taken care of.
Right. Because I've seen multiple rappers have multiple kids. Some more
not give a fuck about any of them. Yeah.
And it is what it is. I mean, of all the fathers with multiple kids, I would just definitely say that people like Lil Wayne really keeps up with all of his kids.
Boozy keeps up with his kids.
Yeah. DMX kept up, but most of them.
Most. The ones he knew, the ones that he was aware of.
Right.
Yeah. And you know what? It's like I meant to take this in a joking manner. I had like a little line I wanted to say that was funny, but it's like the vibes of the conversation didn't match like the types of humor I wanted to do, and I kind of just like realized, oh fuck, I messed up. Let's pivot to somewhere else. Speaking of this, I want to show you something that I think you might appreciate.
All right,
take a look at this shirt.
Wow.
Do you get the joke?
I get it.
My sister Mariah, as you what? Sorry, you cut out. I made it and I sell it. I bought a sample off my store, and I'm like, yo, this is terrible. And it's like, I'll wear like tees and stuff. This is one of the tees that I cannot wear to work. Because it's like, there's gonna be one person who's gonna see it, and that's an HR complaint.
Right.
And I get like that, like all the jokes and stuff about that, but I don't know.
Yeah, I'm good. I try to watch what shirts I wear to work. Like, I mainly just wear my main company t-shirts, whatever, because it's for promo. For two, it's a uniform. But
yeah,
I will say this. So my my Edward sweater, right?
I don't think I ever saw that one. Let me actually pull up your TikTok on my. So yeah. I'm doing that. I have like this fancy schmancy connector thing, like I can put my phone on, and I have my desktop here. I can actually pull your stuff up here while I'm at it.
Yeah.
So I'm a try hard.
So for those last Christmas, we were having a. Well, it wasn't last Christmas. It was the Christmas before last. So we were having a ugly sweater party. And
I know the exact one you're talking about, and okay. I love it. I know what you're talking about now. So continue.
When I brought it up, because we were doing this was during the pandemic, and we were all just doing this over webcams.
Right.
Pulled up with it. The people that immediately knew about it, they
got mad.
Dirtiest looks and was like, that is fucked up.
Oh man. Oh, that's good. I remember you telling that, and I remember the video you telling that story. I bought a shirt. It's terrible. I don't know. Hold on. Let me see if I can find the thing for it, and I'll show you on camera.
All right.
Let me see. Oh, I found it. There it is. All right. So this is a t-shirt that I bought because just for a lot of the same reasons. I have friends that love Full Metal Alchemist. My girlfriend loves Full Metal Alchemist. Mm-hmm. And the dirty ass look she gave me when she saw me wear it for the first time, priceless. I saw my friend Will Brock. This man has been I've been bullying him over this the Life Threader Alchemist stuff since we were in choir together, community choir together. I have to clarify that because I feel like I've made it seem I don't know. I've been hiding my atheism a lot more because I know that people be out of pocket with it.
Yeah.
How do I turn? How do I apologies. Dumb person question. How do I reverse the camera while live?
I mean, either tap the screen twice. No, that's not working. Then just turn the entire phone around.
Yep, I guess we're gonna do that. This is that's the shirt in question.
Yes! I want it now. Oh,
I'll DM you the link.
Thank you.
You are most welcome. It's very good, and it's I hadn't seen Will, my friend, in damn near 4 or 5 years at this point, just because he's ADHD, I'm ADHD. We put our friendship in a box when we don't see each other. That's how it be. Thanks for the roses, honey. I appreciate you. Sorry, my girlfriend is giving me roses because she's so supportive and awesome. But basically, there, I just sent you the link. Basically, I had that on, and the first thing he says to me when he sees me, "You wore that to trigger me, didn't you?" And I'm like, "Yep." He's like, you haven't fucking changed." And I'm like, in none of the way, and I've changed in none of the ways that matter. And pissing you off, it falls under that list. So bless his heart.
Oh, but I would have done the same.
It's brilliant. So if I remember correctly, are you out of Atlanta or North Carolina? Ohio. Got it. I'm sorry. I've been watching so much of the Maze content. I kind of, both you and her are like two much bigger creators than me, and both of you became mutuals around the same time. All of your stuff was coming into my friends page because both of you post insane amount, and so it's some of the
overlap.
A little bit overlap. My bad. Oh God, didn't I just hear that? Not to bring in the political stuff, but I also know that you and I get to both have a similar energy in terms of how angry we get about politics, especially how I got my account warned. So what do you think?
Did I just lose him? Hold on, let me invite him back again. God, what just happened? 5,
3, 2, 1. They're trying to get us.
And I'm back.
They're trying to get us.
You can't get me off of this hill. I'm back. Now I have video.
Yo, I love your wall art, by the way.
Wife picked it out. I forgot where she got it from, but
hey, I can relate. I didn't pick out any of the wall art in this apartment either. She did.
And then she comes in bringing in the GG. But as far as me, I don't know what did it. When you make so many and they all have the similar themes that TikTok doesn't like. I found out some information. Apparently, apparently, the majority of the people that watch other people's videos through TikTok, put down the community guidelines. They are all stationed in Tennessee. Tennessee.
That explains a lot.
It don't it though? Like,
now I understand why like right-wing lunatics never get banned, and I say like fuck 12 or some shit, and I get nailed.
Yeah, it's pretty much it. Like, there's no diversity at the very top from this app, and it's very apparent from.
That's in all of corporate America, though. You got to remember, it's like I work a corporate job. I'm a software developer, you know, at a place. I try not to be. I talk a lot of leftist shit, so I try not to like be too consistently overt about it. Like I've said it in the past, and I'll say it in the future. I'm just trying not to put all the puzzle pieces in one place. If you catch my drift.
Yeah. Which is kind of like the opposite of like I work for a federal government program, but it's pretty much run by BIPOC people.
Okay, so you're fine.
So I'm fine until they do inspections. Until they get on campus and you're like, okay, so
So basically, the people that have to, don't get me started on the fucking management ladder, because I'm shit you not. I look at the things we do day to day, and I'm just like, why is this dude who's damn near who's a VP in my goddamn sprint refinement meeting, which is only supposed to be an hour long, or supposed to be in and out. Why is he talking us over the 40? We're 45 minutes past where we should be. Like, why is this going on? Because I've. And you know this, and everybody watching knows this too. The only reason we are having to go back to the office and not working remotely is because two reasons. One, the feeling of the C-suite needs to justify the multi-billion-dollar campuses they've built and they own and they rent.
Yeah.
Two, all of the middle managers between the I'd say my boss's boss, and then it should just be the suite, but there's like three or four other people above them that have a lot of power that I would say are irrelevant. I would even go further and say my boss's boss does not need to be there. My team lead can just report to like the person above that. Like, there's zero reason for, and also like they're forcing us to not work from home anymore. Like, listen, with gas being as bad as it was and still is.
Yeah.
I have a coworker that I live in Wilmington, Delaware. If you don't know where the hell that is, it's fine. It's like Rhode Island or something. Nobody gives a fuck about it. But for all intents and purposes, it's about an hour drive out of Philly.
Mm-hmm.
My coworker lives in Philly. Has to commute from Philly. Commutes to Philly to Wilmington, puts in an 8-hour workday, and then drives an hour back.
Yikes!
And he did that 3 days a week, or 2 days, then 3 days, 2 days. Monday, Tuesdays there, alternate Fridays, like shit like that. But I catch a $2 bus outside my apartment building, and it drops me off at the side door of where I'm working.
Mm-hmm.
And I can't stand doing that, plus my $8 lunch special for lunch. And I don't know about you, but I find it petulant that a executive who I see is at home and who always has his Zoom thing on because he's trying to set a good example, but I see, like, it's in a home office. I think we need it. I was talking with my building manager. We need a general strike bad. And we are long overdue.
Yeah.
My apartment building, we're not picking up recycling anymore because the city doesn't have enough laborers to do it.
Sounds about right.
That's the government. Not like government jobs are bread and butter like out here because they're the ones that actually pay a fucking wage. And they can't find people to like work the recycling service. Oh, we need a general strike. I'm sorry to completely railroad. I word vomit. I apologize.
Yeah, I say this from working in Job Corps, which actually we are
Job Corps. Cool. I went through. I did the Year Up program.
Nice.
Yeah, that's how I ended up here in this job.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
So one of our trades is environmentalist, and it does a lot of things with recycling. So a lot of of course, my facility doesn't offer that, but for those who do, these are the people that we're training to get these jobs because they desperately need them.
Yeah.
And not only that, for my particular facility, we're pushing out people into construction, healthcare, manufacturing, and office jobs, as well as culinary arts and information technology. Those are our main trades that we bring out applicants and students for.
I do want to say for the record, I do appreciate that you call things like culinary and in IT a trade.
Yes,
because skilled. I think the separation between calling like what I do and making it distinct from something like a plumber or construction worker is just another way to kind of divide classes amongst each other. Because, listen, what I'm doing is, it may not be as physically demanding, but it requires just as much knowledge and understanding of what the hell I'm doing. Like, I don't know about you. I wouldn't a plumber wouldn't like the person who comes in to fix my sink isn't going to trust me to fix it with his tools. Just like I wouldn't trust him in front of an IDE.
Facts.
You know,
a lot of the jobs that we have out here, like they need to be taught. Like I'm not knocking college because I've been to college. I know the whole.
I know exactly where you're going. Right on.
But we definitely need more trade schools because college isn't for everyone. It's expensive.
We need to remove college as a barrier.
Exactly.
For employment. After the 2008 financial collapse, you know this, you're a little older than me, so you remember it probably a little bit better than I do. I'm looking at it from an analyst point of view. I'm 24, like I'm a kid compared to a lot of people for that work suffered around that time.
Sophomore in college during that time.
Yeah. So at that point, like people were so desperate for a job that people with college degrees, decades of experience were getting jobs flipping burgers because people needed to put food on the table.
Exactly.
And these companies got to lower their standards in terms of what they could they got accustomed to people working whatever jobs for whatever the fuck they'd offer.
Mm-hmm.
And even though come the 2014, 15, 16, 17, all of the Obama era economic reforms, we were in a prosperous area because of albeit some problems with how it was done with the bail. I personally feel like instead of bailing out the banks, they should have, bailed out everybody's mortgages instead.
Cancel student loan.
And you know what? I genuinely think that there's going to be a level of violence that's going to make the bourgeois people wake up and realize, oh, we're outnumbered 1,000 to 1.
Yeah.
But that's I'm gonna keep working and keep a firearm hidden somewhere just in case I need to take pot shots at militias rolling down my street. Yo, I had a bootlicker come up, like some person come up to me the other day. Like I was walking the dog. Like they're like handing out leaflets for like, the Republican primary in Wilmington because they're desperate to. This is a Democratic stronghold where we're at because it's a primarily black and brown city as far as the voting population goes, and they can smell people's shit stinking from a mile away.
Okay.
So they were kind of I normally wear like a black t-shirt, I wear blue jeans, and I wear construction boots normally because they're my uncle's boot. Like I've always worn boots. I've always liked boots. I thought it always looked like a freaking herb with sneakers on. Mm-hmm. So they come up to me thinking because I'm conservative coded, and this is part of the reason why, because I get to have stories like this come because it's fucking fun.
Good phrase right there.
And they said, young man, do you support police? And I'm like, no. And they're like, wait, you don't support police? I'm like, no. And they're like, so what do you like? Wait, so what happens when someone comes into your door like some shit like I say, I have a gun. and they're like, but why won't you call the cops for help? I'm like, I don't fucking trust the cops. And they're just like weren't expecting it, and I just thought it was funny.
From what you're telling me, like he sounded like he was glitching at your responses.
It was like some little old woman. It was fucking hilarious.
God damn it! Now it's even funny.
Oh yeah, no, it's like just some like small petite old woman with like peppered hair, like looks like vaguely like, oh god, what's her name? The mom from Golden Girls.
Oh, we can't. Oh. That's great.
But probably like younger, but younger though, because it's like if once old people get to a certain age, like they remember like fascism and shit. Like the greatest generation people, they're like they can be a coin flip. They could be a little iffy. They could be a little high. Baby boomers, you can just make a blanket statement. Fuck them. Broadly speaking, not the ones I know, but like the ones not my grandparents.
Yeah,
not
like,
really.
Yeah,
but
like, at least when I say it, like my dad, he's well in. He's like, I understand it, but damn, son.
Literally. Oh man. I can't imagine living in Ohio right now. Isn't they currently drafting a abortion ban there or something, or did that already go through?
Yeah, and don't get me started on the 10-year-old that had to go several states away to get an abortion. I
have to stop. I have to put away my phone whenever I see shit like that, because I whenever I see like Republicans and conservatives doing fuck shit, and I start making videos responding to it, I break TOS so fucking fast. So bad. I get so goddamn mad about it. You have no idea.
Yeah,
it's
gotten to a point where it causes me more pain to talk about it and think about it.
Yeah.
So I'd be damned if I speak it, because if I say something, like even if
we're both gonna get
got me banned by now. If anything should have gotten me banned by now, the barbed wire and cotton gin video should have got me banned for months for what I said and how
Did you see that dude whose company booked a retreat, and they was at a period specific cotton farm?
Yes!
And he came dressed. The lady who planted got canned because he came in a period appropriate, and his coworker came down in a pretty Southern Belle blue white dress, and she was like, "What the fuck?"
Her face was seeing the pictures of how her face changed from a smile to oh fuck.
She's like, fuck, I gotta go to HR now.
And he got a raise from it.
Oh man.
Like that, and I say this because I was raised in Alabama.
Mm-hmm.
That was.
I'm sorry.
It's fine. It's fine. But that was if that was not the stupidest type of party to ever have at the stupidest location, it was her own fault.
It was. It's like comment. It's like there is. I did not understand how bad the deficit was in education between red states and blue states.
Yeah, it's
like I actually learned shit in like CP history class. Like we didn't learn like we didn't learn a whole bunch of stuff like throughout my time, but it's like I remember in elementary school we had little booklets and stuff like going over like the periods, and they were talking about like, yeah, we treated the Indians like shit.
I was very lucky to be in a school system that, or it may have been the time, but I was in a school system where they told us history. They told us the history. Like, we did not treat the Native Americans well. We didn't treat Africans well when we brought them here. Fuck.
I took AP as history.
Yeah.
Like, that's a national program. Like, you can't, like, school boards can't censor that shit.
Joe can't.
And, dude, when I say that the discrepancies that I learned about between, because I took this in, like, senior year of high school or whatever, during the senior year, I'm, like, looking back at my education, like, oh, this is fuck. Like, I learned about the Black Wall Street Massacre, like I think a year after I graduated, and I wasn't even surprised that I didn't know about it.
Same.
Like that APU's history class, I got it was the blondest white woman Christian. Like I was worried. Like I found out she was running a Bible school and shit. I was an edgy little atheist back then. I was like worried. Oh no! Hey, speaking of the edgy atheists, let's be real. Amazing atheists, like thinking, like all of those people, like yes, they're cringe and whatever. But by God, if they didn't call this shit we're in right now,
yep.
Like they were ringing the alarm bells back in 2012, and we were just like, oh, they're cringe.
Do you know who has impressed me the most lately with how they've been dealing with not just the presidency of Donald Trump, but the whole pandemic and everything that's been going on? The Church of Satan.
Oh yeah, no, they're awesome. I love them.
Like
are we talking about the church or the temple? Are we talking about like the actual like religion, or are we talking about the satanic atheist advocacy organization, separation of church and state?
And see, that's a good question.
Hold on, let me figure it out. I'm on their mailing list in my Gmail. Let me see if that's... Are we talking about the ones that like tried to put a statue of Bahamut on like the Georgia grounds when they tried to put the...
No, I don't think so. But they definitely, when it came down to the one of the many attacks on abortion, they definitely were.
Oh yeah, no, the one they made it that a right to abortion is a tenet of their. Yeah, we're talking about the same people.
Okay, all right. But yeah, they've been killing it. They've been absolutely.
They're great. They've been fucking stellar for a decade, bro. You should check, like, legit. I'll send you a link like later. Check them out. They're like awesome. Like the only and it's like they try to get like satanic atheist clubs and stuff in school and stuff as just like a grassroots kind of leftist thing. Yeah. Which I'm all for and stuff, which is great. But they're good. It's good. Oh man. Are you so moving, just to move away from like the heavier topics for a moment, because listen, like I've been dealing with a depressive episode for the last 48 hours. Like you've got this is like your 3-4 hours without the kids in the house and stuff. I get it. Yeah. So let's make it.
He fall asleep like I thought he was gonna fall asleep. He's watching Lilo. Not supposed to, but until his mama calls, I nothing happens. he was reading books, playing with his Hot Wheels. I got him I got him a Princess Peach Hot Wheel for Mario Kart. So he's been
legit. That might be come Christmas, that might be something you could probably do. Like say, hey, y'all want to like make an Amazon wish list of a bunch of like Hot Wheels shit for your son, and like put it on your Linktree or whatever, and say, hey, if y'all want to make this cute kids Christmas, if we got $5 extra bucks, here you go.
Oh, I got something planned for him. I got something.
Oh, that's great.
And it's because the Hot Wheels thing, he's got enough Hot Wheels for the room that we have right now. So until we like move out of this apartment, we're pretty much gonna stall on buying him some new big toys. But as far as his music thing is concerned, I have something planned for him.
I can't wait to see him lose his mind on a video.
Yeah, so he's gonna have to learn how to do it, but he's already gotten his piano thing down. Like he doesn't know how to play it like classically, but he's very good at playing things by ear.
Classic is lame. Playing classic. I play guitar, dude. I learned how to play guitar. I'm at depth level. I don't want to learn classic. I know my scales. I can read staff music and play with guitar and stuff. I also like being able to play Stairway to Heaven all the way through.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know.
Yeah,
I'm more of a bluesy guitarist at this point, just because I'm lazy and that's an easier kind of music to play, at least at a base level.
That's how my brother was when he was playing guitar. But he enjoys video games as well. So he's been watching people do Let's Plays of old school Mario, Sonic, and all that. So he's picked up on the sounds of the songs, and when he's bored,
he must be so proud.
Yes, like he would just play like the intro parts of for level 1's Mario, and it's just like one day I'm just walking around like, did I just hear that? Hey, Carter, play that again. And he played it again. I'm like, how did you do that?
You know what might be interesting when he's a little older? If he's still into games and he's still good interested with his hands. Have you heard of Raspberry Pis?
No.
Not the food, the little motherboards.
Never heard of it.
Okay, you're gonna love this. This shit, I love it. They're like Legos, but for like people who like techie stuff.
Ooh.
So it is a little motherboard about yay big. They come in multiple different variants. I think they just like 2 years ago they released a 64-bit version too, which is cool. And it's a little computer that you can buy for like $30. And it's a motherboard that has all the things you can attach into it. A control, like it has multiple USB ports, and it's a Linux computer, and you can boot a Linux like thing on it either manually, or you can just buy a SD card that has it already.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, let me show you something. Retro. Honestly, this might not even be for him. This might just be for you.
Hey, I'm down for it.
This, my friend, is called Retropie. It is an emulation thing that allows you to play over 50 different systems with integration with different controllers and stuff. Super Nintendo, N64, PlayStation 1, ETVA. And the other cool thing is that there is because I'm a nerd, and I'm into this stuff, there's an entire ecosystem of things you can plug and play where you can make literally, if you can get like a certain case and thing, you can literally have a little Game Boy that you can make with parts and stuff. Then you can play OG Resident Evil on it and stuff.
Shit.
Yeah, they're cool. Now, also, you can just, buy one that was pre-made and has it already installed if you want to save your house some trouble, which I'd recommend for most people who aren't interested. And because to me, it's like Legos. Half the fun is building it,
Right.
They also have supports Cody. If you know that, if you know my drift. Yeah. It's fun. But it could be, when he's 10 or 12, it could be a really cool, fun thing to I don't know, man. Computers, I find computers to be fun. God knows I was spend They're cool. Oh man. As far as games go, though, what have you been? Are you excited about any new games coming out?
So I've been like very eyebrows down. Well, not eyebrows down. That's the wrong phrase. I've been trying to just see like nothing really has been coming out like I've been looking forward to. Like I'm thinking I'm gotten to a point. I freshly got this PS4 like this year, so I've been making up for lost time for all the games that I have not played for since I had an Xbox 360 and stopped playing that one. So right now,
you could pick up the anniversary edition of Skyrim.
I might look into that.
Because with the anniversary edition, you can get all of the Creation Club content.
Really?
And they've actually put a lot of really good time and effort into properly integrating everything into the world. So like the stuff is not just like yeeted onto your quest log the moment you buy it and download it. Because I was one of the dumbasses that bought out the entire Creation Club catalog originally, and now they're selling my $300-$400 worth of like money for $20, so I'll die a little bit on the inside. But to me, it's whatever, because now like when I load it up, it's just a part of the world and it's not an inconvenience anymore.
Yeah. So far recently, I've been getting back into like the old games that I used to play as a kid, because PlayStation now has
everything. Well, not everything, but
yeah, they pretty much taken a lot of the classics games and they put them on the PlayStation Games Network. So right now, I'm in the middle of Jak 2. I
never got to finish any of the Jak and Daxters, man. I was too young and I just didn't dude, that last the yellow sage in Jak 1, I could never get through that last part. I could never get through it, and it kills me to this day. I'm about to get an emulator and just play that shit. Goddamn.
You might as well. So I finished Jak 1 within a week. Like the very first time I played, the very first game I've ever beaten was Jak 1, and I played it in a day because I didn't have a memory card. Yeah.
So you were going through that the freaking lava balloon riding section. It's like, nope, missed me with you, like speed running that shit.
It was a beautiful summer in my dad's house. It was just me and my brother, because when we got the PlayStation, nobody knew. Well, this was our first big console ever. Like our very first big console was a PlayStation 2. Anytime we ever played any other consoles, it was at our cousin's house, and he had a Sega Genesis. So my cousin was a Sega head. He was cool. But nobody says, it was like, why didn't we get a memory card? So we ended up going through Sly Cooper and Jak 1 in a matter of a day. And
you beat the second boss in one day as kids?
Yes.
You know what? Y'all win. Y'all millennials are built different. Fuck it. Because, goddamn, Crash Bandicoot was kicking my ass at age 6 and 7. Jak and Daxter was kicking my ass at age 6 and 7.
Bandicoot kicks everybody's ass. Like, I can't think of anyone that will play through Jak and Daxter without dying a million fucking times.
Bro, it's like, just like the water area, just oh shit, the freaking fish is coming. Get up. Why am I hopping over the goddamn thing? Like, I just, no.
It's such a very brutal game. Like, PlayStation games back then were a different kind of brutal. Like, even right now, like I'm playing through Jak 2, and I was, what am I doing? Which I'm going through where I have to get the old sage out, both of the sages. I don't know that until later, but I'm going into the palace trying to get them, and it has been kicking my ass.
I barely touched Jak 2. I got, I think, to the part where I had to kill a giant dinosaur in the desert in Jak 3, and that's about it.
Look, what I loved about the Jack series, and I guess for a time in gaming where everybody was trying to put their spin on what GTA was, because GTA was just that big of a game back then. So, Jack 2, Jack 3, Simpsons Hit and Run, even fucking
Simpsons Hit and Run is like my girlfriend's favorite fucking game of all time.
Yeah, that's my little brother's game too. Like, I don't know how he was able to beat that game, because that game wasn't hard, but it was it's very full. It had multiple layers, and it was just like,
oh, so like a la Donkey Kong 64 type of full.
No. Like,
More?
there was so much going on, and so much you had to keep up with, and it was a lot. It was a lot, but it was a lot of fun to be had with that game. Of course, anything with the Simpsons is going to be funny.
Yeah, of course. I mean, anything with Simpsons pre like 2010.
Yeah. Did you see their what was it? It wasn't Hit and Run. It was Road Rage. So Simpsons had a crazy taxi-esque game called Road Rage. I went
to their arcade beatdown game. I forget what it was called.
That one was fun.
I remember playing that in like, you know, pizza parlors and stuff like that all the time when I was a little kid. That was so much fun.
Pizza Hut had it. Several skating rinks had it.
Bro, you remember when Pizza Hut was everywhere?
Yes.
I miss when Pizza Hut was everywhere. I like
this one. Pizza Hut.
No one else like has their bread. Like I know they're still around, but it's like I gotta go out. It's like I gotta go out of my way to go. It's like a Waffle House for up here. Like I gotta go out of my.
Oh shit!
I gotta go out of my way to get to a Pizza Hut or go to like a Waffle House or something.
Yeah, I'm lucky enough to see there's a Pizza Hut that's just right down the street from my apartment.
You are a blessed man getting those breadsticks and that fantastic sauce.
And not to mention the pasta.
Yeah. But it's like they actually put sugar in their sauce like you're supposed to. I don't know why people are like I don't know what who these like suburbanite like people come in talking to me like, oh yeah, why are you like, because I've done some cooking videos on my YouTube and stuff where like it's called Cooking by Approximation, because, you know, I'll make the things I want to make, but I'm also like, at the time when I made it, I was broke as shit, and so I'm making them with what the fuck I have, and it's gonna taste approximate to what it is. Don't freaking like nag me about like I'm not using this properly and I'm missing this, like whatever. Like, no, I don't have a tandoori for the butter chicken. All right, like eat me. I'm 19 and stupid. Like, shut up. You know, but now that I've got like a livable wage and shit, if I do that, I'm still gonna do it like the same way. I'm just like, hey yo, like, what can I just leave out so it's not a pain in the ass? like it's like when I fry chicken now, it's like I mix the breadcrumbs and the flour together instead of like doing dredge, then flour, then dredge, then breadcrumbs.
Oh my god, why did I not think of that when I was... Wow. That's fucking genius.
And it's basically the same. Oh, pro tip, if you want to make some amazing fucking chicken parmesan, whatever seasons you were going to put in the breading, whatever, reduce the salt. If you're going to put salt in there, a pinch of MSG. But get yourself some of the, like, some fresh grated, or even the back, like, or even like the pre-grated stuff. It doesn't matter. Romano cheese, and then toss that equal parts of that in with equal parts with 2 parts with like basically with like some flat with the flour with the flour and the you do not with the flour but with the breadcrumbs. And so what ends up happening is you get that saltiness from the Romano, but but also you don't have to fry it as long, because when you mash the chicken down like really hard, The cheese makes a shell that continues cooking the chicken after you're done. And so when you put it to the plate and it's ready for the people, it's good to go. And also, I found out you never, ever, ever on really good to make if you really season the chicken well and it's juicy and it's good and you got good cheese in it, what you do is you actually put the sauce on the opposite side of the plate. You put some of the spaghetti or something between it, and then you cut pieces of chicken off and portion it off.
And did you make this into a video yet?
Not my video. This is from an Adam Ragusa video. Granted, I added a little more seasoning and a little more flavor because he's a white dude from Jersey who moved to Georgia and somehow didn't find any seasoning whatsoever.
Oh my God.
I mean, no hate. I love the guy. He makes great cooking videos, but I mean, he also made cute like spaghetti out of cucumbers, so it's like it's whatever.
Wait. I've heard of making spaghetti or noodles rather out of zucchini.
That's what I was talking about. The zucchini noodles. My bad.
Okay, I was about to say because if he's out here doing something with something that cannot be noodled, I'm going to know.
In my defense, I'm a bit of an idiot, and I sometimes forget words. So,
it's all good. Sometimes the brain.
I feel like I just had to say that real quick because I feel like I almost gave you a bit of a heart attack. I'm sorry.
The little anime vein poke.
Right there. Just like the anger, like the freaking yeah. I called that the primate mark for years from like the Pokemon anime when you had primate and every time he come out as Pokeball he'd just be angry as shit, ready to fuck somebody up, and that's what I thought it was for years. There's got to be an actual name for that.
Chill. Hold on, Carter.
My bad.
What do you need, Carter? Yep, you ate those at lunch. And you ate dinner. What do you want now? You want to... I gotta go be a dad right quick.
Do you want me to wait for you?
No. It's been... He's probably gonna be... Time he needs to
and it's been an hour. Go be Mr. Styles, just because I don't know your name, I'm gonna use your rap name out of respect. Thank you so much for talking. I'd love to do this again. This was a ton of fun.
Absolutely, Bridget.
Go run. I'll catch you.
All right. Have a good one.
Have a good one.
See.
Man, that was fun. Well, thank you everybody for joining. I appreciate you guys bunches and bunches. This was a joyous occasion. I'll probably end up throwing this up on YouTube at some point. I need to just run that by him and make sure he's comfortable with it after the fact before I do it. But thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for listening. I'll probably end up throwing this up on the podcast too if all the checks are okay and he's okay with it. But have a good one, everybody, and I will see you guys next time. Doodles.